Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to another day. We're here in the Pacific Northwest, United States of America, Northern America, Northern Hemisphere of this spinning ball of rock we call Earth. I got the fans on in the window. Fan on. I don't have multiple fans in the window, and a fan out in the hall blowing through the slightly open door because it's supposed to be a scorcher today. Yay, thumbs up for that. Hopefully you're going to be doing well. I'm going to be pulling obsessively at my shirt again because that's just what I do. Yay! Past that, let me shut off my Bluetooth speaker so I don't have to worry about charging it up so soon.
Power off.
Yay! But I've got a fair amount of stuff I want to talk about, and so I'm going to try talking about it. First off, about Thursday, talking to my therapist, and talking about things like, number one, when I was talking about jumping off the cruise ship a couple days back, and how the cruise ship could not go back and get him, it had to keep going. Yeah, I was talking with my therapist who had been in the Coast Guard. They trained you about a lot of things. If you're too close to one of these big things when they're moving, any ship at all, they tell you quite emphatically, you never get off a ship when it's moving. You can get sucked underneath it and then keel hauled, basically. You get run all along the hull to the end. If that's a cruise ship, you're not surviving that. And a cruise ship is the same size as a supertanker. It takes 7 miles to make a 90-degree turn. So for kids here, it takes 7 miles to go here. And then another 7 miles to go here, another 7 miles to go here. How are they going to go back to where they were? How long would that take? No, the cruise ship has to keep going if you jump off. And they have to contact the Coast Guard to come and try and find you. They can't. Ugh. Also, with that, we were talking about Taoism and the philosophies thereof, and Master Oogway in the Kung Fu Panda movies, and how I really want to get the book. Some books, like the Tao of Pooh with Winnie the Pooh as the character. There's the Tay of Piglet afterward, but I was looking on a I looked up one of the webpage things on the 3 core precepts of it, told them to my therapist, and he who has studied this said, yeah, but let's see if I have the 3 core tenets that they say to go with. Fully accept whatever the moment brings. Give yourself fully to reality. Admit your own faults and mistakes, because ultimately they may be your greatest source of strength, and always compete in a spirit of play to stay in harmony with the Tao. I have been trying to do a lot of these for some time, and as I have mentioned, it's not a binary switch of you're not there, now you're there, now you don't have to worry because you're there. No, the journey from A to B, and B is being in perfect alignment with the Tao, is you may get there, but you're not going to stay there. It's a constant pulling away from it, just by nature. The physical world we live in, you always will come away, you always have to go back. No matter who you are, no matter what kind of master you are at any of these things, it is not a binary switch, it is a gradient. But the journey of 1,000 steps starts with a single mile. It's journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I had to laugh at myself on that one. Okay, so that was what I wanted to talk about that. So coming back over to my other stuff. which the appointment that I made, and I'm waving my arm in the air like I just don't care, but my arm is really sore right now. And earlier, before I took my meds, where I had got my injury was really throbbing. It hurts to touch. That nerve is not happy. On my walk to the hospital, and then to Walmart, and then back home, so it was a full 6-mile round trip walk, if not more, I was treating my arm like it was all better, and just whoosh, whoosh, ow, as I walked back and forth normally. I wasn't about 2/3 of the way home before these three, I don't know how many tendons there are in the whole rotator cuff thing, but I felt 3 just deep electrical things sparking back in there. And when that sparked, oh boy, because that helps irritate all the nerve. Luckily, the nerve itself didn't spark up. What's bugging me today is my arm feels just so sore. Better than it has. But you saw when I was waving it around, I wasn't saying ow because I hit my little side table. I was saying ow because up here. Ay, 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 the nerve was going, we're not happy. So, joy on that, but I was just waving it in the air like I just didn't care. And yeah, those sparking, grabbing before I was 2/3 of the way home, and then I had microspasms all the way down my arm up into my hand. That was fun. And so now today, yeah, it felt like I'd been smacked with a mallet here earlier when I first woke up, and my whole arm is still fatigued, but that's not as sore. This is the movements, it depends, because unfortunately it has affected a whole bunch of nerves in this area. Now I'm going to talk about what happened at my doctor's appointment. Now I had thought that the name of this doctor was the name of the last person that I had seen in the emergency room when they were basically irate because I kept showing up and they couldn't help me. But I kept showing up because he said, you need to call your primary doctor. And I would. And my primary doctor would say, don't come see me, go to the emergency room. Until finally I was able to get an appointment in orthopedics. And then I tried to get a doctor. And then when I saw the doctor that I was going to go see, I was pretty positive that that was the ER doctor that was irate with me. When I got to my appointment, yeah, it was that guy. Now, I'm just one guy out of I don't know how many the person sees every single day. And it's been a couple months, so I have no idea if they recognized me. They might have recognized the situation because they did look through my chart and all. But who knows? Who knows? But we did well, and I talked about a lot of things. There was, pick out the 3 main topics. We only kind of touched on a couple, but like my leg was a big one, my kidneys, because I'm worried about those. And then I'd mentioned the whole skin cancer issues and worries, but we're going to be dealing with a bunch of stuff. I have another appointment, I had blood drawn, urinalysis. Now, some of the things, I don't know how they're going to go. Because all my life, even when I weighed close to 300 pounds, I would have every doctor I went to see in an emergency room or whatever, one of the first things they would ask is, how about your diabetes? Because I was heavy. And I would have to tell them, I don't have diabetes. Because my blood sugar has always been maybe a little low, maybe a little high, but when I say a little low and a little high, it's like, okay, the range is 100 to 120, or 100 to 110. The ranges change as medicine learns more. So I don't know what the exact range is right now. But it's always been, yeah, been a little low, but right within the normal range. Yeah, it was a little high, but always in the normal range. Usually rock solid in the middle, unless I haven't eaten for a long time and I'm stressed, but then it's normally expected where it should be in that situation. And then they double check where you are with your A1C. The last time I had my A1C checked, it was right in the middle where it should be. So I may end up surprising them, and I may end up getting surprised myself. Now, one of the other things that they said was when you hit about 62, you need to take statins for your cholesterol. But my blood being as reactive as it is, I have had my cholesterol be so low that was almost dangerous. Because you do need to have levels of both your high and low level density lipids. One of which being really dangerous, one of which being not. But you need to have it, you just need to have it in a certain range. And mine has been so low, it's been like, are you taking statins? And it's like, no, I eat garlic stuff. Garlic just really drives my cholesterol down. So maybe I should have eaten garlic before I went. But we're checking the cholesterol. He's concerned about my leg. I'm concerned about my leg. We're going to be dealing with that. Also, there is the I can't remember the word, problematic is the one I will go with. There's the PSA test for your prostate. And the thing about that is you can have prostate issues where nobody needs to deal with it, because even if you live to 120 years old, you still wouldn't die of what's happening with your prostate. And then there's other times where, yeah, it's you can go quickly. But that can give you a false sense of, oh my God, I need to take care of it quickly, or a false sense of, oh, I don't have to care about it at all. So we're checking that and a whole bunch of things, so we shall see what happens with that. All in all, I feel very positive about what's going on. I've filled out release forms. I still have to figure out some of my other health stuff, because there's TriWest and there's TRICARE, and I can't remember which one I'm on, so I gotta call them back and give them information. But they want to get hold of my Veterans Administration information so that they can put it into my records, since after all, he's planning on being my doctor. You know, primary care through the Veterans Administration. So I don't have to see my doctor at the VA because they are so stressed. Again, he has my doctor at the Veterans Administration. Why he keeps saying, don't come see me. And I thoroughly understand, as much as I want to be pissed at him. He has thousands of clients because they are a stressed clinic. You cannot take adequate care of thousands of patients. They are stressed. If my medical issues can be taken care of without having to see them, yeah, I need to not see them. Anything less than life-threatening is basically frivolous and should be taken care of somewhere else, because they are so stressed. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. But I understand why he does that. So all in all, good meeting, hoping for good things for the future, hoping to check on and see how well I'm doing, because again, it's been years since I've been able to just see a doctor. I think my last physical was done over a telehealth thing, which is questions. So, yay. Also on my list, there is some, I was going to talk about my D100 dungeon thing, but really quick, I have talked about, there is, on the creative front, how everybody in the multiverse looks upon power levels differently depending on who they are. The power levels that we look at, Gokura, we're at the very bottom. If you can step upward, you're Gakire, you step upward again, Gakiri, step upward again, Gakiru, little predator, armored predator, and how we look at the power levels that way. But from the cosmic horror side, they look at everything as Amaterasu, her children, all of their things on downward. Do the Gokura, and they don't pay any attention to our power level scales. In fact, we're pretty much, there's a useful human beings, and then the numberless prey. Two categories for human beings: useful or stuff to be eaten. They don't pay any other attention to those other levels, but at the same time, they do. Just because they're cosmic horrors and powerful, human beings that have taken those steps and to walk the path of power and have survived to become Gakiru can be incredibly powerful. One of the defining moments of maturity for one of the cosmic horrors, Tamakanoso, who runs with a pack through the multiverse, they, as their defining moment, were challenged by a powerful Gakiru, just a person who had walked along the path of power until they had become very powerful. Their challenge to them was, either you fight me, or I will kill every member of your pack. But at the same time, both the Gakiru and Tamakanoso knew if they fought this Gakiru, they would die. There was no real choice. They had to run or die. And because they ran back to the city, they lived. But with their mental connection to their pack, they felt every member of their pack being slaughtered by this Gakiru. Now, one of the things, though, about being powerful is knowing when to fight and when to run. I have mentioned Dread Amaterasu, Mother of All, the most powerful cosmic horror in this multiverse. So powerful that she has, not intentionally, but just by existing, twisted reality to the point that a category, Gakira, most powerful, is now a singular title and crown. But at the same time, cosmic horrors, as I've mentioned, cosmic horror as a genre and all that, only has to fulfill a few things. You need to have a being, a person, an object, or a location that we can't understand, doing something or simply existing in a fashion we cannot comprehend, with little to no regard for human health or safety. There are excuse me, there are individuals that Amaterasu will not engage with because they would tear her to pieces. There are artifacts that she will not go near because she will lose her will and become a tool to the artifact. There are locations she will not go to because she won't come back from it. And there are situations she will not get involved in because the situation will win, she will be dead. Part of being powerful is knowing when to run and when to fight. Surviving makes you powerful, not winning a fight. If you survive, you've won, especially when you're one of the cosmic horrors and you can retreat out of the universe that you happen to be in with that individual. Because once you are out of that timeline of that individual universe, being disconnected from it, well, the life of an entire universe is mentioned from the aspect of having been out of a universe is inflation, 2, 3, growth, 4, 5, maturity, 7, 8, withering, 9, 10, death. That fast. So if they have to run, step out of that universe, and well, if you head back to the city where only the cosmic horrors can go, the infinite city that has been abandoned, then they just have to wait a half hour. And again, the sparkling of stars in the sky is not stars twinkling. It is universes in ongs being born and dying, sparkling as they live and die. The sky is filled with it as if looking at stars. But yes, dread Amaterasu. You just have to know when to run and when to fight. I will, of course, talk more about a lot of stuff on another time, but right now, even though I forgot to change this, thank you each and every one of my patrons, yeah, that's the word, my patrons. Thank you each and every person who has donated to me through my PayPal. Thank you to each and every person who has donated to me through my GoFundMe. I am being helped out incredibly. You are all slurring of my words with bloody gabapentin. You are all rays of sunshine in a very dark cave, and it is appreciated to no end. What else do I usually say after that? Yes, I'm going to thank however many people there are that have thanked me, left me comments in the past 24 hours. We have Colin Poole, whom has said that seeing Witch Haven reminds me of Meridian 59, but Meridian 59, the MMO, is still running. You should play it, everybody. And then there is Jesse Koskinen, always good to see you in the comments, and I'm glad it is raining there. We need more rain here now, too. It is very dry. Ugh. And then we have Mentally Lily, thumbs up and thank you. Nexor EH, Hokey Smokes, I certainly hope that your dialysis goes well, and I certainly hope that you feel better. Hokey Smokes. I talk about how bad my life is, and I've mentioned before how one person's pain does not invalidate another's, but Hokey Smokes, your life, my pain, your pain. So I'm sorry. And then we have November Bravo, thumbs up and thank you if you ever come back here again. There is user PX7DY5RB8L, thumbs up. JAYY, thumbs up and good to see you as well. Morris, thumbs up, who says you should stream Disney Dreamlight Valley. That costs a lot of money to buy, and that's a bad situation right now money-wise, so we shall see what happens. I need to start streaming on something, I do know that. Chris Ryan, thumbs up and thank you. Then there's Bernard Doley VA, who, yeah, I am good at missing things that are incredibly obvious in games. They mentioned I missed the heavy bolter, passed by it 3 times. Yeah, I'm good at that. I can be frustrating. Yay! I am sorry though, but thank you. And then we have Made in Canada, always good to see you in the comments. And Scarbat, Milliander, and Olchenka are still in my head. I was thinking about them last night, where I have mentioned before that there are feelings between Scarbat and I can't remember now whether it's Olchenka or Urchenka, but it's not Urchenka because that sounds dumb, so it's Olchenka, because it should be pronounced Olchenka. But with Olchenka, she is really falling in love with Scarbat, and Scarbat is falling in love with her. Milliander will never feel like a third wheel because they are an adventuring party, but even though Olchenka is a meatless skeleton and Scarbat is a dwarf, they have fallen in love quite strongly. And of course we have Adonis Rivera. I would certainly love to do voiceover work, I tell you that. And RJ Mitchell, thumbs up. Thank you very, very much. And that is it. Who knows how many people that was? I can't think anymore, especially on gabapentin. Yay! Hopefully. I mean, I'm not almost out. I have this much out of this bottle, and then it's gone. I mean, I got a little bottle over to the side with a couple for weaning myself off of it. But not long before I'm all done. God, ay. Oh. That felt not very fun at all. Hey, life is life, isn't it? But I cannot remember where I was or what I was saying. So I'm going to carefully try to not reach out to the side like that. That last one that really got me, it felt like something like a cord, rope just ran right over the top of it and just smushed everything, and that was terrible. It's gonna be a fun day. Ay. Anyway, though, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. I'm gonna try and record something. Hopefully, if I be really nice with this, it'll let me play a game today. God, I hope so. But until I can't hear. You take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. Oh boy, I've been sidetracked hard. I couldn't even keep my eyes open there individually. That was fun. Gabapentin for the win. So turn on my controller here. Yay! And you take care, and I will see you.